Hello guys, welcome to this video. In this video I will show you how to do different operations on sinusoidal signals in MATLAB Simulink. So first thing we are going to see, that is generation of 3-phase power sinusoidal signal in MATLAB Simulink, and then we'll see how to put the gain to sinusoidal signal and visualize it in the scope, and then adding the sinusoidal and ramp signal together. So let's open our Simulink. So I will just write simulink in the command window. That's it. So first, as we have to generate the 3-phase sinusoidal signal, we need to take 3 sine wave blocks. So just type, double click here anywhere and just type sine wave. We'll get the sine wave block, and now we require 3 sine wave blocks. So just right click on this block and duplicate it. So for duplicating, just right click and drag it downwards, then we will be getting this 3 blocks. Then we need scope to visualize our signal. So this is the scope block. So as we have 3 input ports here, for scope also we require 3 input ports. So just double click on the scope, click on this setting bar, and then change the number of input ports to 3. And layout, we need single layout because we have to submerge all 3 waveforms into a single waveform. So that's it. We forgot to apply that. Click on the settings, change the number of ports to 3, click on the apply. Now you can see that our scope has got 3 input terminals. Just enlarge the scope block and then connect the sine waveforms to the scope. Double click on the sinusoidal sine waveform block and then change the parameters accordingly. So I am putting amplitude as phi, frequency I am keeping as 1 radian per second only. As this is first sinusoidal wave, so I am putting the phase that is 0. But for second sinusoidal wave, I have to amplitude is again phi only, but phase I need to change to 120 degree, because in the 3-phase sinusoidal power supply we have the 3 sinusoids which are electrically displaced by 120 degrees to each other. So the third phasor will be displaced by 240 degrees. So I am keeping the phase difference as 240 and amplitude I am keeping as the phi. So that's it, we are done. We can go on the modeling section and then run the simulation. Double click on the scope. Yep, we got the waveform. So as you can see here, this is the 3-phase sinusoidal electrical supply, and this all 3 phases, phasor A, phasor B, phasor C are displaced by 120 degrees to each other, and the instant summation of the magnitude of all 3 phases is 0. So this is regarding the first operation. And for second operation, that is like we have to add the gain to the sinusoidal signal. So I am again changing the I will delete this all. Just take one scope. I will take one gain block. I want to add the gain of 3 units to the sinusoidal signal. So we will change the gain by just double click on this block and then change it to 3. Or we will take gain of phi. That's it. Connect the sine block to the gain block, and then we need I am changing the settings of the scope block to the two input ports, because I have to show the output by after adding gain as well as the output before adding the gate. So I am changing the number of input ports to 2, and then I will connect the sine block before adding gain to the another port of the scope. Then just give the parameters to the sine block, that is amplitude is phi only, phase difference we will be giving 0 because we don't have other waveforms here, frequency is 1. That's it. Click on apply. Go in the modeling section, then run the simulation, double click on the scope. So this we have got the output waveform. So this is the sinusoidal wave without the gain, and this is the sinusoidal wave after adding the gain of 5 units. So we can even change the gain. I will just make it to 10. Let's see what happens. Just click on apply, again run the simulation. So yes, now I got this gain of 10 units here. As you can see, the sinusoidal waveform without having gain has reduced. So this is the operation of adding the gain. Now we will move towards our third operation, that is adding the sinusoidal and ramp signals. So here I will just delete this. I will delete all the connections this way. Let's take new scope. Double click on this. In the settings, I need number of ports is 1 only, and then I need one block to add 2 signals, that is I am using this block. This is I am using for adding 2 signals, those are ramp and sinusoidal signal. I will take one ramp block. So this is the block of ramp. Just double click on it and give the slope of I am giving the slope of 0.5. that's it. This is the sine wave. I am keeping the parameters same. Amplitude is 5, frequency is 1, and so just give the connections to the add block and scope. That's it. Just go in the modeling section, click on the run and start the simulation. Yes, so we can see here the sinusoidal waveform is added with the ramp signal, and consecutively we can see the sinusoidal waveform is increasing its amplitude. So if we see if we zoom it, we can see so this is how we add 2 different signals in the MATLAB simulink. So that's it guys, thank you.